9-year-old son Joshua, who was as bereaved as she. Henry had known her all her life, first as a grave and happy child, eager to learn, forever reading. She had never tired of asking him questions. They had been friends in discovery. Then, as a young woman, a slight self-consciousness in her had put a distance between them. She had shared more reluctantly, but he had still been the first to learn of her love for Judah, and with her parents dead, it was he who had given her away at her wedding. But what could he possibly do for her now? Henry tucked the blanket closer around himself and stared ahead. Soon he would see the bright shield of Ullswater, and on a day as clear as this, the mountains beyond, Helvellyn to the south, and the Blencathra range to the north. The high tarns would be iced over, blue in the shadows. Some of the wild animals would have their white winter coats. The red deer would have come down to the valleys. Shepherds would be searching for their lost sheep. He smiled. Sheep survived very well under the snow. Their warm breath created a hole to breathe through, and the odour of their sweat made them easy enough to find for any dog worth his keep. The Dreghorn estate was on the sloping land above the lake edge, a couple of miles from the village. It was the largest for miles, containing rich pasture, woods, streams, tenant farmhouses, and went right down to the lake shore for more than a mile. The manor house was built of Lakeland stone, 3 stories high, with a south-facing facade. They went through the gates and pulled up in the driveway. Antonia came out of the front door so soon that she must have been waiting for them, watching at the window. She was tall, with smooth dark hair, and he remembered her having a unique kind of calm beauty which showed that inner peace which day-to-day irritations could not disturb. Now, as she walked swiftly towards him, her wide black skirts almost touching the gravel, her grief was clearly troubled by anger and fear as well. Her skin was pale, tight stretched across her bones, and her dark eyes were hollowed around with shadows. He alighted quickly, going towards her. "Henry, I'm so glad you've come," she said urgently. "I don't know what to do, or how I can face this alone." He put his arms around her, feeling the stiffness of her shoulders and kissing her gently on the cheek. "I hope you didn't doubt I would come, my dear," he answered, "and do everything that I can, for as long as it may help." She pulled away, and suddenly her eyes filled with tears. She controlled her voice only with the greatest difficulty. "It is so much worse than I wrote. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do to fight it, and I dread telling Benjamin and Ephraim when they arrive. I believe Nathaniel's widow will come too. You didn't know Naomi, did you?" "No, I did not meet her." He searched her face, wondering what worse news she could have than Judah's death. What was it she must fight, but had not told him? She turned away. "Come inside." She gulped on the words. "It's cold out here. Wiggins will bring your things in and put them in your room. Would you like tea? Crumpets? It's a little early, but you'll have come a long way." She was talking too quickly as she led the way up the steps and in through the high, carved front doors. "The fire's hot in the drawing-room, and Joshua is still in class. He's brilliant, you know. He's changed a lot since you were last here." Inside, the hall was warmer, but it was not until they were in the withdrawing room with its red ochre-coloured walls and the log fire roaring in the grate that the heat relaxed him a little. He was glad to sit in one of the huge chairs and wait for the maid to bring their tea and toasted crumpets deep in hot butter. They were halfway through them before he broke the mood. "I think you had better tell me what else it is that troubles you," he said gently. She took a deep breath and let it out slowly, then lifted her eyes to meet his. "Ashton Gower is saying that Judah cheated him." Her voice shook. "He says that this whole estate should rightfully have been his, and Judah had him falsely imprisoned, then stole it from him." Henry felt as if he had been struck physically, so stunned was he by her words. Judah Dreghorn had been a judge in the local court in Penrith, and the most honest man Henry had ever known. The idea of his having cheated anyone